Tell me why I always for your time, baby. Yeah, we real.
Whoa!
Right now. No auto-tune, man. Go check it, man. That's real throat right there. That's esophagus.
Else, man? You want to give him something
That's
else?
esophagus. Seem like they be hating from June to January. Man, cause I'm ballin' and kissing on Halle Berry. Yep, that's me, yeah. I'm in that drop looking please-eyed. So many gorillas with guns, they think I'm T.I. What up, man? I'm in the club going strong with it. Champagne. We in the back mixing strong with it. And if you startin' and serious about your paper, wave your hands. Don't forget to tell them haters. Yep, that's me. Yep, hey, yep, that's me. Yep, hey, that's the new Jamie Foxx.
Hey! December 21st.
You know what it is, man.
December 21st, it goes down. Yo, make sure
that's me right there. Go get that, man. That's crazy right there.
There's not a whole lot of artists that can just walk into the studio, grab a mic, and just go in like that. A lot of times they looking at you like, nah, you know.
No, they come in talking through their publicists. He says that his throat is not here with him today, and that his throat is on vacation and will be back June of 2011.
Holla at me.
Holla at me then, man. No, you gotta stay ready. And you know what I like about coming on radio promo tours? For one, it allows me to be humble. It allows me to go and try to sell my album, try to get my product out there. And what I always try to do is give them the real thing, you know what I'm saying, and give them the real music. And it's just, you're trying to find out where that track is?
No, I'm putting him to work.
Oh,
I set that up because we here.
Yeah, I got you. But the thing is that it feels good, man. Right out here to kick it with y'all, man. You know what I'm saying? And then what happens for me, man, is like, well, I tell all the homies out there that are artists or whatever, that's whether you're young or old, get out on a promo tour. Let people know how you get down. Let them hear you sing for real or rap or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? Don't get too big for your britches in that sense, because right now you know how tough it is when you're out here trying to sell, albums, when people can just actually download it or not get it at all. So you have to get out there and let them know what it is. And that's why, like I said, especially a lot of cats in LA, a lot of times they don't like to leave. I said, man, you better get out, man. Find out what Delaware doing. Find out what DC doing, New York doing. Find out what the Midwest is doing, so that when you go back to your crib, you got a sort of a grasp on what people want and what they don't want. So that's why I'm happy about this album, because I think I got some stuff on there from traveling, hanging, just doing real stuff, to make it hot.
No doubt. Now talk about, you mentioned earlier, real briefly, about some of the people you work with, man.
Yeah.
Because you definitely moving around, putting the project together. Throw some names out.
I'm gonna be honest with you, man. What blew my mind was Soulja Boy. And
really?
I'm gonna tell you why. I had an idea for that song that I just sung. Like, yep, that's me. Yeah. But I figured I needed to get Soulja Boy to say the "Yep, that's me" part. And Soulja Boy catches a lot of flack, from a lot of people. But when I work with him, man, the dude cook up his own beats, he do his own thing, and basically his sentiment was, man, I'm just doing music, man. I don't know why everybody so mad. And I was like, yeah, you're kind of right. And they said, man, and then I was thinking, I said, they talk a lot about Soulja Boy, but every time you in the club and they play it, you get on with it. So I felt like I needed to work with. Plus my daughter was like, Dad, you need to get with Soulja Boy right now. And I was like, man, Jamie Foxx, Soulja Boy. She said, Dad, all y'all old people be tripping. She said, that's my fault. You know what I'm saying? And let me get focused, because we was even talking about research, like, the record. We got to research it. We got to put it up against the wall, check the numbers, and then we'll come back and we see what we probably kind of should have, maybe not ought to, probably should, maybe after the numbers. You think we should, should we push it back? Sometimes they don't really know.
Word.
So what I told him, I said, let me tell you something about me. First of all, 23 years in this business, I never do research. I don't do research, I do me. Somebody tweet that, put that on a t-shirt, and let's go to work.
Yeah, I'm about to
I don't do research, I just do me. And what I mean is, I come tell the joke. You know what I'm saying? I come sing the song. I don't ask no panel. You know what I'm saying? And then when they talk about the research thing, I said, sometimes that's a little off, because in dealing with Soulja Boy's situation, how do you research this right here? It's my swag. And I'm telling you, everybody is in the club singing it. So that's what I do. I get out there and feel it. So the connection with Soulja Boy was organic. And then putting a Ludacris on it, he always bring it home. And when you hear the track, you understand. So I got a chance to really sort of like fall back from the I know real music type thing and let Drake lead the way. Let Pitbull lead the way. And then after I let them lead the way and we picked from the best of what that was, then I followed up with things like Sleeping Pill, followed with things like 15 Minutes that are sort of like my R&B vein for my fan base, and then keep expanding with things like this playing right now, Blame It on the Alcohol. I thought that was like one of the most incredible gems to fall into my lap because what it did, it kept me relevant. It kept me like young, you know what I'm saying? And it kept me young in a cool way, in a grown way. So that's what this experience was with the best night of my life. Even all the way down to Wiz Khalifa, you know what I'm saying? Who, shout out to him, who, you know, he don't feature a lot. So, you know, he allowed me to be blessed by him. And I hope all of those young dudes feel that I feel thankful and humble that they let me get out.
No doubt, no doubt. Now, speaking of that, Jamie, your music, man, your career has transcended from generations to generation. You know what I'm saying? They're 17-year-olds, 15-year-olds that still listen to your music, still love watching your show, so forth and so on. And hearing you talk about how you worked on this album and working with other people and coming up with that, you, to me, are like the ultimate performer of my time right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I appreciate that.
Seeing your performance and things like that, how much does that play into you coming up with your music, though?
I'll tell you what it does, man. Just like with the Yep, That's Me joint, we was on the road, and I would just look out there and say, all my sexy, independent women don't need a man for nothing. They got their own money, they got own jobs. You know, let me hear you say, yep, that's me. Yep, and you would see 10,000 people saying, I said, you know what, that's a gem. So let's go create around it. There was another song that I created called Let Me Get You On Your Toes, because I would see women out there dancing, and I would see them do this dance where they sort of go up on it. I said, yo, that's it right there. Drop the music for a second. Drop the music out for a second. So I would say, hey, oh, well, I see what you're working with, so drop it to the floor, so swole. I can see your bag from the front. How'd you get that through the door? No, those, baby girl, we gonna rest, sleeping on the smoke, so cold. But I'm gonna keep it piping hot, cause you coming at them clothes. Let me get you on your boom. Let me get you on your toe. Let me boom, boom, boom. Let me, you know what I'm saying? So I took just that blip and I would sing it as if it was a song, let the band play behind me. Then we eventually went into the studio and really wrapped that around something. So now I know I've been across the country. I've been down the East Coast, the West Coast, South, out of the country. Every time I get to that, ladies, let me get you on your toes and dance sexy, I know they're going to rock with that.
Wow. See, that's the creative side that I think a lot of artists coming into the game now need to understand, because we do something here called an MP3. We let our local artists, you know, we play their songs on the air every day. And a lot of them send me their music, and I reply back to them and say, you got to find a creative niche. You got to find that, and that's what's going to propel you out there. And it's like, you are the perfect blueprint for that, man.
Thanks, man. Thanks. And you know what? Like I said, though, I've been able to watch people's process. Like, let me get focused. We did BET, sung a little bit of the Yep, That's Me. And the next thing you know, at my crib was Buster. He shows up. That's my man. And he jumps on and says, yo, fam, I got to get on that, young. Yo, son, let me hear that. And he gets on it. And to watch his creative process, to watch Drake's creative process, to watch Tank's creative process, you learn things. So that's why let me say something that may not be taken well. That's why the hip-hop beef thing needs to slow down. Because how can T.I. never be in the same studio with Ludacris and be able to bounce around and figure great things out, i.e. Quincy Jones, Ray Charles? How can some of these heavyweight artists not be able to go into the studio together because of, we sort of designed it to be sort of, you know, beef battle. No, I think we miss a lot of that, because I would love to. And what was a great example of that was, you remember the remix, Twiggers is mad, I get more bus than ashtrays, Mr. Fastways, I get my flavor in your ear. Remember how all them got together? So I would love to see how everybody sort of put that beef thing aside and then let these artists really like connect, because I get a chance to go in the studio. Like, it'll be somebody beefing against somebody else and I won't even know.